Hey everyone, welcome to my first sketchbook tour of my Paper Republic sketchbook. I am absolutely in love with their drawing books and their watercolor paper. If you've not seen me talk about it, you're missing it because they are amazing. I have seen some artists draw on the front of their sketchbooks, but most of them are made of a different kind of material. This is a 100% pure leather. As you can see, it's very soft. I love the wear and tear, and just that you can tell I've taken this everywhere that I go. So on the front, I decided to put a couple of my own favorite stickers, and then there's a sticker from my artist friend Terry on the front as well. So we are going to start walking through and talk about my sketches in here and what mediums that I used in it as well. And if I can remember what inspired me or where I did it, I will share that with you also. The first one was done with my Rowney acrylic paints. I love a lot of poetry by Mary Oliver, although my all-time favorite poet is Percy Bysshe Shelley, so you'll see quotes by either of them often in my books. But I love this one. I love pretty much anything woodland, but I find myself gravitating towards birds a lot and florals. So this is one of my favorites that I'm considering either turning into a print or maybe a card, but I think it would be better fitting as a print. This here, sorry I missed that, this is a colored pencil sketch. These were initially done with my, I want to say, I'm trying to remember which ones I used. I think it was my Derwents. Yes, sorry about that. Had to think for a second. These were my Derwent color pencils, and I was just sitting at a coffee shop. Most of the time I'm at a coffee shop drawing, doing my sketches. Sometimes it'll be in the back of my shop, in between customers or at home, but most of the time it's at a coffee shop where I feel inspired. One of my favorite quotes, "Stay wild and full of wonder." And then a little woodland rabbit with some mushrooms. Here is more colored pencils. This is really getting into the Inktense colored pencils by Derwent, and I think I've actually fallen in love with their Inktense colored pencils. If you've not tried those, you can tell the difference between the straight colored pencils versus the Inktense. The colors are way more vibrant and beautiful. This is where I just kind of wanted to start delving into just miscellaneous icon sketches. Wasn't quite sure where to start, and in fact, as you can see, a lot of times I might put something on my page and I don't like it, so I often carry scrap pieces of paper with me, draw something new on top of it, and glue it down. So that's kind of funny in a way, my little secret, but it's kind of fun because it gives it a 3D effect, as you'll see going throughout my sketchbook. This is another sketch. I think this came about dealing with a lot of stress in my life. Last year we had to unexpectedly move. Last spring, I think that was what, 2025, we had to unexpectedly move, and I was feeling stressed out, and I came across this quote and I really liked it, and this is kind of what came about. I really like drawing folk style girls and obviously florals, so I was playing around more with my Inktense colored pencils there. Again, more colored pencils, the Derwent Inktense. Another lovely quote, and just playing around with birds and flowers, just doodling. One of the things I've learned going through this sketchbook is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes I put pressure on myself, and I try to share this with others. If you are following me on Instagram or part of my Patreon, I tend to really emphasize not putting pressure on ourselves to be perfect. It should be enjoyable, allowing what's in our heart to flow. So I believe this came about also along the lines of trying to press through some pressure and stress in life. This one was trying to sketch out some flowers that were sitting on a table at a coffee shop I was visiting, trying to go past my initial flowers of basic leaves, which there's nothing wrong with it, but I really wanted to push myself on that, and I was quite happy how that turned out. Some more colored pencil sketches here. really getting into the icon type sketches again, maybe potentially turning them to stickers one day, but not sure. So we'll see. This one is watercolor. Playing around with a new set of really vibrant watercolors that I received from Viviva Watercolors a year or so ago. I actually think it was from the Starry Night set that I illustrated for them. Let me see if I have that to the side. Is that would be kind of, yes. So sorry about that. So it is from this set. I wanted to try out to see what the initial colors look like, and they are pretty, you can tell, pretty dead on to what those colors are. So I had the honor of illustrating the cover for them, Vincent van Gogh, which I was quite chuffed because Vincent van Gogh is one of my favorite artists. So it was my interpretation of a woodland animal and a Vincent van Gogh scene. And then this was the actual watercolor set that was available. I don't think they're for sale anymore, but I do have a few on hand. So if you're watching this video and you would like to try them out, send me an email or private message and I'll see what I can do. But this is the beautiful colors that came about from those watercolors. We are back to my Derwent Inktense colored pencils. They are watercolor, so at some point I'll probably dive in and start using a paintbrush with them, adding water. But for now, I just was, at this time, getting familiar with the colors, how the pencils work. And again, making some icons, which I really, you'll see for a while, did a lot of because I enjoyed the freedom of just doodling. This is another sketch that came about, obviously you can see here, from a coffee shop. There were a bunch of potted plants sitting there and I was waiting for my husband to get there, so I was just playing around with the texture of the pots and trying to capture that. Not one of my favorites, but that's okay. Again, colored pencils. You'll find also that I love to work with blue colored pencils or paints. I love that. I'm drawn to it. So you'll see that a lot in my work. But you'll also notice on my desk when I do desk scans or photos, I have a lot of vases and mugs with faces on them. I'm really drawn to that. So some of these are from my desk and some of them I just imagined because I just wanted to play around with that concept. More colored pencils, more icons. Another quote, again, I used this earlier and was playing around with it. I believe this day I was sitting at the coffee shop with my brother doing art with him because my husband was out of town visiting his father and children. More colored pencils, playing around again, same brand, Derwent Inktense. You can see that I really was enjoying playing with them. One of the things I wish I had done at the beginning of this sketchbook was putting in more papers, as you'll see when I further get back, in between, because I discovered that the more I drew in my sketchbook and without anything in between, the pressure from sketches afterwards made it go on to the other pages. So if I were to ever use these for something, I would obviously have to scan them and clean them up. Another rabbit sketch, quite fun. You can see we're getting into fall. Absolutely love fall. This is something I am working on to turn into a sticker sheet, so hopefully those will be ready this fall as well. More colored pencils. Actually, this is a mix of colored pencils and my Aquarelle NeoColors. And I'm not sure if I'm going to say it right. Caran d.Ache. No, I think it's Caran d.Ache, so forgive me if I slaughtered that. So that's a mix of both of those. This is the Aquarelle NeoColors again, playing around with them, getting kind of more familiar with the texture and the feel and how they blend. I've yet to use water on these. I've seen a few artists do that, but I typically like to get familiar with a medium before I go to the next step of combining other things with it, like water. Okay, this is an acrylic painting, again with my Daler Rowney acrylic paints. I believe those were the System 3. I love them. They're very buttery and silky smooth, probably my favorite to paint with. Back to the Aquarelle NeoColors. Again, playing around with a quote and a rabbit, just kind of something that came to mind and seeing how that would come about on paper. Another acrylics, had to think there for a second. I love doing borders. You'll find that a lot in my paper cutouts, that I like to paint borders and cut them around and put them around my animals. I don't do a lot of cats or tigers, so I thought I'd play around with that idea. This one is a mixture of Viviva watercolors and my Aquarelle NeoColors. Playing around with, again, with an idea. I'm not sure that I ever finished that, but that's okay. More acrylics. I love my little mouse, playing around with the summer theme. Never really finished it because I guess I got away from it and couldn't remember where I was going with it. But it is, again, with my Rowney acrylic paints. Watercolors. Again, these would be Viviva watercolors. I actually don't use any other watercolors. I have tried other watercolors, and so far at this point, my favorite are Viviva colors because they're very vibrant and bright. And as you can see with the Starry Night series I shared with you, they come in a flat booklet, and you can take those absolutely anywhere you go, and they don't take up a lot of space. They have very beautiful, vibrant colors. It doesn't look like this paint would last very long, but I have palettes from 3 or 4 years ago that I'm still using. You get a lot of paint in that. And if you use the right watercolor brush, which for me I have found is the Princeton Brush Neptune, which would be these brushes here. Hopefully you can see that. I love them. They hold the water and the color for a very long time, so I'm not constantly dipping in and taking paint. But anyway, I love how Viviva color, you can just take it wherever you go, and it's got the vellum in between so the colors don't bleed on each other, but I primarily use those. I'm not opposed to trying any new watercolors, so if anyone has some lovely watercolors that they've fallen in love with and want me to try, shoot me an email or direct message and I'm happy to try it. Okay, back to my Inktense, Derwent Inktense colored pencils. Again, I'm going to lift this up so hopefully you can see this. You can see where I've done some cutouts. I'm pretty sure that I put something underneath this and I didn't like it, so I measured out the paper and colored it and glued it on. I do that a lot, or sometimes I just want that, 3D effect. So again, I've got my little birds that I've colored on something else and cut out and glued on there. I love to use the Tombow roller glue. So if you're wondering about that, I don't have one handy to show you. Otherwise, I would hold it up here, but I can't think offhand where I have one, so maybe another day. Anyway, more of the Aquarelle colored pencils. Again, I'm absolutely in love with them. Doodling out some more ideas, and maybe these will become a sticker sheet at Christmas. Okay, this is where I've started to put paper because it's rubbing off on each other. A little woodland bear, Percy Bysshe Shelley, another one of his quotes that I love. So we got that in there. Some more Aquarelle NeoColor sketches, doodles. Again, love that. Continue with this. I'm not sure where I was going with this. I started it, never finished it. Maybe it's because I didn't like it, but that's okay. Maybe someday I'll see that and it'll spark another idea on where to go with that. Another quote, to love who you are. I'm very big at wanting to empower myself and others and encourage people. That is my heart's desire. So you'll find that a lot of things that I post on my Instagram each day, a lot of them are filled with encouragement to help encourage and lift others up. And this is one of them. I really, really love this one. Something about it that just fills my heart looking at it. Did this for a video, never really finished it. And I think that's my thing. I've got a lot of sketchbooks or paintings or sketches I've started to do videos to share different mediums and products that I love for companies, and I never end up going back and finishing them, but I do remember doing this video, which should be on my Instagram timeline somewhere. This is Acrylics, Rowney, playing around with an owl idea. We're back to the NeoColor crayons. Just a lovely quote that I really liked and really wanted to do a sunshine that day. I remember it being very sunny out, and it just really ministered to my heart. So that's what came about from that. Getting back into more of the tea and biscuits and cookies and mushrooms, you'll find that's a lot in my theme. Okay, this is some acrylic paint markers my mother gave me for my birthday. I don't remember what brand they were. I wish I did. I don't have them anymore because I use them, but I absolutely loved the ability to be able to layer those markers and then not have the mess, so to speak, of having to clean up all the paints and wash the palettes out, which I don't mind, but once in a while it's nice just to be able to sit and do something and not have to do a cleanup. This is another acrylic painting of a little mouse and some berries. I'm not sure where I was going with that idea. I never finished it. So actually I have two sketchbooks. Hey, I didn't realize there were two in here. That's so funny. Okay, this is acrylic painting. I don't do a lot of badgers, and one of my followers challenged me to try and do a badger, and so this is what I came up with. I just did a headshot, but I think it turned out quite cute and I love it. This is a watercolor painting. Again, I believe this is Viviva watercolors, and these are lyrics from a song by Harrison Storm. He is probably my #1 favorite musician, so if you haven't listened to his music, I would say go check it out. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it, but just something that came to mind with that, the lyrics. Back to the Aquarelle NeoColor crayons. I'm not sure where I was going with this. I don't even think I ever shared this one either, but there it is. Okay, another piece I started and never finished, same thing with the NeoColor crayons. Maybe one day I'll go back. I'm not sure where I was going with that, but it's still cute. Okay, this is my Derwent Inktense pencils, colored pencils. I believe I did this in London probably a little over a year ago now. We traveled to see family and friends, and I also met with business clients. And I did this at the top, in the top floor at John Lewis, where they have the most amazing, incredible view of London, and yummy tea and scones with strawberry jam. So this is one of them that I did up there, and I'm pretty sure I have a video on YouTube watching me do this, so that's cool. This is another one I did in London. I did this at a hotel, having tea and biscuits with Michael and his best friend. Sadly, I forgot that was there, and I turned around and did a watercolor and acrylic paint on top of it, and you can see that that bled through. So if I ever use it, I'll have to scan it and clear it up. So as I just said, this is a mix of watercolors, and then I took white acrylic paint on top of it. I do tend to do that at times. And I also believe it looks like I also took a dark blue or black from the NeoColors and trimmed that around for some border to add the detail. This is a watercolor. This one here, I used a white pastel, I think pencil, where I colored in where I wanted the white, and then I did the red wash over it, and you can see how it actually automatically created that white space. If you've never tried that, I would encourage you, but it's quite magical to color it with a white pastel pencil. You can't see it until you paint over it. So that was really fun to do. Another acrylic painting with my Rowney acrylic paints. This is a watercolor painting with a little bit of pen and some markers on top. I believe I probably used, I'm gonna say, my KOI Waterbrushes by Sakura, just to kind of play around with textures and lines and stuff. This is another acrylic painting. I'm not sure where I was going with that, but maybe probably playing around with trying to build up texture by using a lot of acrylic paint. Again, not my favorite, but there it is. Same with this one. I liked this till I added the black lines, so not a favorite, so I might redo that again, but at least I've captured ideas. Back to my Derwent Inktense colored pencils. You'll find that I love this quote. I use this so often, but I also love drawing owls. Not sure that I ever shared that either. Playing around with my watercolors by Viviva and colored pencils to see how that blended together, and that's the result of that. And I think I actually even did a little bit of white acrylic paint to get that texture in his face. Another idea I was playing around with, these are actually the leaves and berries outside my studio window. I was trying to paint those and capture them last spring. Never really finished the idea, but it's cute. Another, I think it's my NeoColor crayons again, capturing another little idea of a bear painting mushrooms in his house. This one probably has to be my all-time favorite Aquarelle NeoColor pages. Pretty sure I love it. Everything about the colors and the concept came about wonderfully, and so I'll be working on making this into a sticker sheet at some point as well. Playing around with some more fall ideas, never really finished it. Sometimes I just doodle to doodle because I feel like I need to be creating something every day, even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes. I don't want to lose that joy of creating. In fact, for those of you who have followed along from last fall into this year, I had to go several months without doing any sort of art or painting because of the breast cancer diagnosis, and it was very hard for me. I had many moments I thought I was never going to get back to creating again. Probably my second favorite sketch page, again using my NeoColors, and you can see that I did another cutout here, and I'm pretty sure there are pajamas under here I did not like. And another book, so I just colored new ones, cut them out and put them on there. But again, it gives it that wonderful 3D effect. But I love how my toast and tea leaves and candles came out, so that's another favorite one. Something that I started and never finished, don't remember what that was about. Okay, I do absolutely love this page too. I intentionally created the 3D effect here because I wanted you to really feel the steam coming out of the teapot, but I love this page as well. Another idea that never really turned into what I was envisioning, so I just left it. Another fall sketchbook page. Again, these are all with my crayons, my NeoColors that are up here. Trying to capture the feeling of the oak trees outside our place. Another lovely fall page. And I remember doing this, but I don't remember, I obviously got sidetracked, have no idea where I was going with that, so it just sits there all by itself. Maybe one day I'll go back and remember. This is another one I started. I didn't really feel or like where it was going, so I just stopped. A lot of times I will do that, and I can go back to it, you know, a couple months or even a year later, and something new sparks from it. So I will go back and look at these periodically. Another page I started and didn't finish, but that's okay. Another tea page, do love this. Really very cute, and I love my rabbit on the teapot. This is acrylic paints. These again are my Rowney acrylic paints. I absolutely love them. I say over and over, it's like painting with really thick butter. And I love it. They're beautiful paints. This is my very first, I believe, no, I was gonna say gouache, but I don't think that's quite gouache yet. This is probably my acrylic paints as well, so scrap this gouache idea. You're getting pretty close to there, but this wasn't it. I'm pretty sure this was acrylic paints again. So, but anyway, I love it. I'd like to turn that into a print. Don't know if you can see this. This is a sketch I started early spring, and I didn't finish it. I have to say that I'm actually kind of intimidated to go back to my own sketch and finish it because I'm afraid of ruining it. I like it so much. So I don't know if I'll ever do anything else with that. These are a couple of owls done with acrylic paints. I actually taught a video on my Patreon on how to paint these two different styles of owls. So if you're interested, you can find that on my Patreon account. Back to using my Derwent Inktense colored pencils, playing around with blue and white pottery. Really like this page. Most likely that'll be a sticker sheet at some point as well. And then for some reason this spring I really got into doing pottery and frames, and this was the result of that. But also I wanted to try out some new watercolor colored pencils. These are by Caran. Again, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. This is the Luminance series that are watercolored. I heard that they were very good. So this is my hand playing around with those. They are definitely very vibrant, beautiful colors. I would say that they're not like a thickness of color like the Derwents are. I'm trying to figure out how to explain that. Like the other Derwents felt like more like painting it. The color came out thicker. These are more thinner lines, but I do love the vibrancy of the colors there. You can see my pages were starting to fall out near the end. This is my Aquarelle crayons again. I had seen some other artists challenging themselves to draw in little boxes on their page. This is my first attempt. Not really completely happy with it, but I want to get comfortable with challenging myself with doing some new things after my cancer diagnosis. So one of them has been learning how to use gouache paints, which these are the very first paintings I did. Now that I'm standing here thinking with gouache, and they turned out beautiful. So I'm challenging myself to learn those and get comfortable, and also doing some more boxed illustrations in my sketchbooks to get comfortable with drawing different sizes. This is another sketch fell out of my book. You can see I did some swatching back there. Not sure what my idea or thought was for that, but there he is, a little bird flying. So that is it with my sketchbook tour. You got 2 sketchbooks. I forgot that there were 2 in there. Again, this is my Paper Republic. Really love their stuff. This is their watercolor paper out of their, it comes in a book as well, and I just cut this out. It also comes in a book, but I have found them when I flip the pages back and forth a few times, they come out, so that's why they're on their own. But if you have any questions at all about what I shared with you today in my sketchbook, just leave me a comment below. And also, if you're interested, I have, I think, 3 or 4 of these left that you can purchase if you'd like to try them. They are no longer available to purchase on Viviva. They were a limited edition run, but if you're interested in trying those colors, shoot me an email or a private message, and I'm happy to connect with you. So until next time, I will see you later.